Hello, this is Michelle Barr. Welcome to my new series on my Loving What's Next podcast, which you can find all the episodes, all the mini series and teachings and trainings at lovingwhatsnextpodcast.com. And you can find me and all the resources I have for you at michellebarr.com. Here we are just getting started using my new book as a guide, Loving What's Next, What You Want Can Be Yours Now, which just launched October 1st of last year. And this is the It's Yours Now series. Here we go. The very first thing I want you to do and that you need to do for yourself is to decide what you want. And I'm going to ask you this question. Are you receiving data or inspiration? The highest state of being to create from is when you are able to be where you are here and now and find the appreciation in that, and at the same time to connect with and step into where you want to go and who you want to be in your future. The key is to maintain both of these states simultaneously and to love them. Thus, the title of this book, Loving What's Next, and the promise, what you want can be yours now. It takes a lot of energy to create what you desire. And for most people, this means clearing and cleaning the mental and emotional clutter that is jamming up your channels. This not only takes its toll on you emotionally and mentally, but it settles into the physical and starts creating all kinds of dis-ease. And you start creating a lot more of what you don't want. We receive information in only two ways: data and inspiration. Data comes from the mind. We're going to talk a lot about the mind and the changes you are going to need to make in how you think about and work with your mind. When we are seeking solutions to our problems, the mind wants to be oh so helpful, and it gets to work. The issue is the mind operates like a computer. It can only go back through your database and bring you information based on what was before. Not only that, but the mind is heavily weighted to keep you safe and alive, not necessarily to support you to grow and thrive. Let that land. The mind lies to you. It is affected by your programming and conditioning, much of which was embedded and anchored into you by the age of 7. You have a higher self, a higher mind, and it is directly connected to the divine intelligence in whatever way you conceive of this. This is who you are, who you were before all the programming and conditioning, and who you came here to be. When you are able to access this part of you, to trust it, to allow it to lead, and to learn to connect with the source that created it, you will move from areas where you are merely surviving to thriving. You can do this in any and all areas of your life. Great news. Think of this as an interconnected web. All that you do in one area directly affects all areas. It changes you from the inside out and has a powerful impact on your life and your world. Look all around you. Nature is always moving toward more life. Nothing in nature stops short of its fullest potential as long as it is alive. That is within us too. The more you clear the mental and emotional clutter, the more you open, and the more open you are to receiving inspiration, which is new and now, and pointing you in the direction of receiving and achieving your desires. Einstein said, "The intuitive mind is a sacred gift, and the rational mind is a faithful servant." We have created a society that honors the servant and has forgotten the gift. Understanding this was another powerful turning point for me. My clients and colleagues who have the most trouble with this are those who have gotten through life largely due to their strong minds. This shift can be challenging for them at first, and then it can change their whole world in the most profound ways. I tell people all the time that I do not allow my mind to make any decisions for me. Often the first reaction to that is a blank stare, followed by a "what?" It's true, allowing my mind to make my decisions is like letting a 5-year-old run my business and my life. I give my mind work to do that it is best suited for. I use it as the tool it is meant to be, the faithful servant. The decisions I have made, guided by inspiration, are always far more successful than the decisions I have made, guided by my data. It's a muscle and it has to be strengthened. It requires a huge shift in your perspective and the way you process. It also requires trust. I talk a lot about my journey being a journey of trust times 3. Trust yourself, trust divine intelligence, trust the process. It will be the same for you when you decide to give it a go living this way. One thing I'm going to do is teach you how to recognize the synchronicities and signs along the way that are always provided, and how to follow the breadcrumbs and respond to the opportunities. Once you see this is there for you and you learn to read the feedback that is always there, you will be able to come along much further into your trust. Trust is super important to start cultivating, because as you build the life you desire and call in all the things you need and want, you will be letting go of a lot as well. You will be led to release ways of being and doing, of having and not having, that no longer serve you. You will be observing your thoughts, feelings, and actions, and considering your current beliefs about everything. You will start seeing things differently and hearing things you have never been able to hear before. You will discover roles you've been playing that are for the benefit of others, but not for you. You will choose to step into new roles that better reflect who you are and offer you the opportunity for fuller and more fulfilling self-expression. Know this: your changing will be inconvenient and uncomfortable for others in your life. Besides you fighting yourself internally, others will buck up against you. Some who you expect to be there for you won't be, and some you would never expect will show up fully for you. This is the time you will need to really start learning to trust yourself, trust divine intelligence, and trust the process. I am going to arm you with the tools you need to navigate this journey. It will begin with your decision to embark on it. When you change your mind about what's possible for your life will rise up to meet you. You can find my book at lovingwhatsnextbook.com, which will take you right to Amazon. You can find me and more free resources and all the things I have available at michellebar.com. And you can keep following this series and the It's Yours Now series on my podcast. We're just getting started at lovingwhatsnextpodcast.com. And do me a favor, if you're loving this, if you're resonating and you know someone else that you would love to connect to me and my work, please do that. You can find me on social media every day, teaching, training, inspiring, and motivating at facebook.com/Michelle B. Barr. I'll be back soon with another episode. In the meantime, let this percolate. When you go to the episode to re-listen to it, there's the show notes right there and all of the links that you need that I've talked about today. And feel free to reach out to me in any of those ways. I love hearing from you. Let it percolate. Consider it. When you change your mind about what's possible for your life will rise up to meet you. Are you merely interested or are you committed? Have a great day.